Hey, it's Chris Merrill. Joe Huizenga next to me. Joe, one of the stories that we had, I know, clumsy. One of the stories that I saw popping last week had to do with State Senator Jake Hoffman, who has now proposed a bill, and according to the reporting in the Arizona Republic, strong-armed that bill through the Senate Government Committee. The bill proposed by State Senator Jake Hoffman, which sounds like the name of a frat guy in a John Hughes movie, it would prohibit the display of, quote, satanic materials, statues, altars, or displays, or any other method of representing or honoring Satan on public property in Arizona, which, of course, sparked a good deal of blowback when it was pointed out that the mascot for the most popular university in the state is plastered all over public property and is a sun devil, which I believe would fall under the display of satanic statues, memorials, displays, or other methods of honoring Satan.
It's my alma mater, Mr. Hoffman. What the heck are you doing? It's SB 1279. Like you mentioned, 5-1 vote pushed this thing out. 2 senators didn't vote. Senator Hoffman represents southern Maricopa and Pinal counties. He introduced the bill, which is also known as the Reject Escalating Satanism by Preserving Core Traditions Act. That just rolls right off the tongue.
RESPCA. You know, they try to use acronyms. I don't feel like he nailed it on this one. Yeah. Restore Evil Species Public, what is it? Corporations Act?
Reject Escalating Satanism by Preserving Core Traditions Act.
Okay, great. Okay, so one might imagine this has been met with some pushback because people are saying, what? Is this a solution in search of a problem?
Well, it's been met with pushback because, like you pointed out, we have Arizona State with the Sun Devils.
Yeah.
Come on, Sparky is a lovable creature who patrols
evil
the
creature with a pitchfork and is on fire, indicative of hell.
I don't know what Sparky you're dealing with, but the Sparky I know and love, protected me for 4 years at ASU.
Oh, did
Made
he?
sure I got home safe every night.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And tried to just knock the snot out of any of the Wildcats every time they played football, right?
Oh, Sparky?
That seems evil to me.
No, Sparky would do some push-ups and he would point and laugh at them a little bit, but he never brought any harm unless your name was Wilbur or Wilma. Yeah.
Here is what Hoffman had to say about his bill at a recent meeting.
It is legally and constitutionally suspect to argue that Satan, someone who is universally known to be an explicit enemy of God, is somehow a religion. I mean, that is just an absolutely ludicrous statement to make.
All right, so that's because the pushback was, the Church of Satan has been recognized.
Which is a recognized religion. Yeah.
Correct. It's a recognized religion, which means it receives the same protections as his religion.
But the Church of Satan is really basically just kind of atheist more than anything. There was dust-ups with them out here a few years ago in Arizona.
Yeah.
And they basically say, like, hey, kind of keep your religion out of our religion. It's essentially how I took their religion to be.
So I caught some of the things that he was saying in that clip, and I thought, I don't know that he understands law very well. He's in charge of writing the laws, but I don't know that he understands law. Listen again.
It is legally and constitutionally suspect.
It is legally and constitutionally suspect, he said. All right? It is legally and now we're getting into some heady matter here, right? Now we're talking about, okay, you invited the weeds into the conversation.
What is legally and constitutionally suspect? What is it that he's referring to?
That's it. That's It. Listen.
Yeah. To argue that Satan, someone who is universally known to be an explicit enemy of God.
I don't know that that's the case either. Universally known to be an explicit enemy of God.
I'm with him on that.
Are you?
Yeah.
Universally.
I'm pretty confident that universally that people know that Satan is the enemy of God. I'm confident with that.
Great. Who's God? Can we name any religions who have a God that does not recognize Satan? Are there Christian faiths that don't recognize the existence of Satan?
Why'd you have to do that to me?
Oh, but universally, Joe, you said you're with him on this. In other words, you agree with him. Great. Okay, carry on.
No, I did not say I agree with him. I do think there are holes in his argument.
You don't say.
But I understand the gist of what he's trying to get at, Chris.
Okay, bad is bad. I want to ban bad.
That is what he is trying to say.
Based on what I think bad is.
The little evil guy who sits on your right shoulder.
Great.
Who is, red, has the pitchfork, the horns.
Yeah.
That guy who makes you do bad stuff.
Fun stuff.
He's evil.
Is somehow a religion. I mean, that is just an absolutely ludicrous statement.
That's ludicrous. And if you disagree with me, then you must be insane. Because legally and constitutionally, I've thought about this. And legally and constitutionally, the things I want to be in the Constitution to agree with me that aren't there, I want them to be there. So you must be crazy to think that they're not there. This is like convoluted logic and gaslighting all in the same sentence. It really is. It's masterful. It is masterful. Go ahead, Joe. Tell me how constitutionally he's correct.
Don't ask me to do that. Please. I mean, I can give you a couple amendments and things like that, but I'm not going to be able to constitutionally tell you how he's correct. I don't work down at the legislature.
I can tell you how he's wrong. There's a great big mural on the wall of the station at KTAR News. Oh,
man, you're going to get brownie points again.
That's right.
Here we go.
And it says, based on my vantage point, First Am, Congress shall make establishment of religion, free exercise thereof, or of speech. As you can see, my viewpoint, actually. I get
Congress shall make no law.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't see the rest of it. It's behind a wall from where we are. But the First Amendment is there. So constitutionally, it's pretty obvious. It's wrong. Guy, I know you don't want to recognize it as a religion because it disagrees with your vantage point, but that's not how it works. Think of it this way. How many who are choosing a side in the war in Israel right now, how many people would like to say, I don't like what Israel's doing, and I don't want to recognize their religion? And how many would say, I don't like what the Palestinians are doing, and I don't want to recognize their religion?
Plays out every day.
Every day.
In my social media, every day I have 4 or 5 people from one side clashing with 4 or 5 from the other side.
And they all want to explain the other side's religion to them, don't they?
Everyone's an expert. They look at them like they're crazy.
Unbelievable.
How could you not see it my way?
Of course. Well, legally and constitutionally.
It is legally and constitutionally suspect to argue that Satan, someone who is universally known to be an explicit enemy of God.
My God. But what if it's not my God? Is there any way to keep Sparky the Sun Devil, but ban everything else that is bad? Even if we did all agree universally, is there a way to do that?
Thanks for watching The Chris and Joe Show. Click to see more from Chris and Joe, and tap the button in the middle to subscribe to KTAR News.